What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over somewhat of a new meta in Madden 19 on the defensive side of the ball. So kind of something you can both use, but I want to also show you how to beat it, because for some people maybe they think this is hard to beat, but it's really not too hard to beat, just a little harder than it has been in years past. So right now there is kind of somewhat of a meta going around on defense with zero blitzing. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a meta for like really good players. Most really good players typically still like to kind of stick in zone blitzes or just coverage defense. But I would call this more of a casual meta, which this has been something that's kind of been around Madden for a while. Cover zero blitzing. It's kind of the easiest, quickest way to get heat, but in years past it was a lot easier to block. Right now it's a little harder to block than it has been in years past, and that's why it is both becoming a little bit more useful online, but also giving people a little bit more trouble online than it normally would. So I'm going to run through a few examples of like some cover zero blitzes, kind of how they work. Then I'm going to show you what you can do to beat these blitzes. Like I said, more of a casual meta, not like an advanced player meta, but something you can definitely, whether you're advanced or not, if you want to mix this in with your defense, very good if you mix it in, because if you play a lot of zone coverage or zone blitzes, then you mix in man blitzes, it can actually be, you know, a lot better that way. So like, most people know mid blitz, that's like the most popular one. You know, I usually post about this every year. It's a very good beginner blitz. You know, very easy to just get quick pressure. You don't really have to do nothing out of it. If you're not blocking anybody, I mean, literally, if you're just not blocking anybody, it's just, you know, someone right off the edge, boom. I mean, it's very quick. Everybody's manned up one-on-one. But the thing is, typically, if you block somebody in years past, it picks it up. But this year, you know, if you kind of adjust your defense a little and you hover a little bit, a lot of times you can get two guys to come in free with no extra blockers. And then if you block the running back, a lot of times you can still get that one guy to come in free. So like with mid blitz, like if you spread the defensive line, crash them down, and if you kind of like hover right here, you always, when people are zero blitzing, what they're going to do is they're always going to use the guy that's on the running back. Because when people block an extra guy, it's almost always the running back. So if you notice that the running back's blocking, then you kind of just jump out into coverage and you just lurk around. And everybody's manned up one-on-one. Yes, man coverage in general is easy to beat. You know, deep crossing routes, slants, and things like that can beat it. But there's a few things going on this year. One, man coverage is definitely improved this year. So there are times where even with good routes in the field, sometimes if you have high man coverage, they'll still play the route decently. And then like I said, if you hover the right way, you can kind of get guys in free. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So like right here, I'm not going to block anybody, right? I'm going to just send the running back out. So me as the user, if I say, oh, the running back's going out, well, I got to get out here and hit the running back, right? We're going to go to the replay. We're going to kind of walk you through like each step of how these defenses work, and then I'm going to show you how to stop them. So right here, you see I'm hovering with the safety. I see, oh, Coleman's going out, so I shoot out there. I got him covered. If you throw it to him, I'm jumping down, I'm laying a hit stick, or I'm trying to strip the ball. Might knock the ball loose. Worst case scenario, you know, he probably is going to lose yards. Best case scenario, maybe he gains a yard. You know, he gets a good animation. And you see I got two guys coming off the edge. And then the third guy right here gets a block shed. So I got three guys in your face. You don't have any time to pass here. Everybody else is pretty much, you know, like, can't really throw this guy yet. He's manned up. Yet now you have Julio breaking on this corner here against Ramsey. Now Ramsey's going to recover decently. Now if you anticipated this and you threw it at the perfect time, you can hit Julio right here. But you see at the time that he's breaking, if I go to throw it now, I'm not going to complete this pass. At best case, I'm going to have an incomplete pass because I'm getting hit as I throw. These guys right here are manned up. So it's not that man defense is good, but the blitz is so quick that if you don't hit the right read the second that he breaks open, you're going to get sacked or get hit and have an incomplete pass. So now we're going to do the same thing. Just spread the line, crash him down. We're going to hover. This time I'm going to block the running back. And I'm going to hover here. And we'll even say, okay, let's send somebody over the middle, right? Let's send a man beater over the middle. I'm gonna hover here, and we're likely still going to get one guy in free. Now that time, kind of got more of a block shed going on there, but we still got someone in quick. And that's kind of a thing this year too, is even if the block holds up, block sheds happen very quick this year in the pass game. They just do. If you're sending a lot of guys, if you're blitzing 6 guys and the block does hold up, you're going to get good block shed the majority of the time. You kind of just have to find the right spot to hover, try to confuse the D line. And you see here again, we block the running back and we still keep getting this guy off the edge. So Watch what happens here. So this time I kind of hovered a little bit more inside. That way, if Coleman broke out, I could still get to him, but this is going to help confuse the line a little more. By me hovering here, what happens is this allows Telvin Smith to come through. So Coleman slides over to pick him up, leaving this guy free. Coleman got his blocker up the middle, or his blitzer up the middle, but now we're still getting to the quarterback free, and I'm just running out here like, you know, with this guy. If anything were to come over the middle, I would jump it with this guy right here, but nothing came over the middle that time. So that's kind of an issue. Now we'll back out, kind of show another one that's going around right now. It's the 5-2 pinch. I'm not really 100% sure how to run this, to be honest. I'll try my best here, but this is one that's kind of going around, you know, online a little bit too. Usually they'll like kind of just shift the line one way, shift the line back the other way, something like that. And again, you're just always kind of hovering with the guy that's on the running back, because if he goes out, he is your responsibility. So, okay, all right, I see Coleman's going out, I'm getting out here, boom. But you saw what happened. We had two guys in free here, one coming off the edge. It's so quick that it doesn't matter that you have man defense across the board, and man defense isn't the greatest in the world. You got guys just walking off the edge like this. I mean, again, about right here, I could throw Julio. But by the time Matt Ryan winds up to throw the ball, he's hit, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Maybe it gets tipped and intercepted. Anything could happen. And yes, maybe you have somebody coming in over the middle here. Maybe you had a slant coming over the middle, and it could get open quick. But if you don't recognize it the second, like as your first read, if the second you have a chance to throw, you're getting hit. And that's kind of the issue with zero blitzing, is you have to be very quick. Advanced players are usually pretty good with that, but your more casual, intermediate players aren't always as good with that. So see here, okay, we'll block Coleman. We got a slant going over the middle. I'm going to hover right here. Okay, running back's blocking. Boom, I'm going over the middle to catch this crosser. And again, we still got the guy off the edge. It is an issue this year, but I'm going to show you how to beat it in a second. So you see here, we got Coleman blocking. He can't get over here in time to pick this guy up, and he comes in free, and then I'm here with my guy. Yes, you see that the slant here from Sanu beats the defender, but I'm here lurking now. And then yes, Julio's beating his guy, but it's too late. If you didn't notice it right away, I mean, even still, you like I said, you have to throw Julio right now. It's too late. You're not getting the ball off. So that's the issue. Now, like I said, if you want to mix these type of plays in with your other blitzes and zone coverage, very good idea, because if you mix this in, you will catch people off guard this year, because they actually do work good if you know how to hover with your defender. But now let's talk about how do you beat this. So basically what you need to do to beat this kind of like meta that's going around right now is you need two man beaters on the play, because you're going to have to block extra guys to give yourself the time to make the throw, but you need two routes on the field that absolutely have to be user guarded. Otherwise, if you only have one route that has to be user guarded, or maybe you have two, but one takes a little too long to develop maybe, and you don't have the, you don't have the time, you're not going to get it off. You have to have two routes that the user has to defend, because he only can pick one, and you have to have them pretty much going, opposite of each other, or, on opposite sides of the field. So, like, let me show you an example here. So, we'll set this up the same. We went back to mid-blitz. Spread D-line, crash him down. I'm not going to actually user the defensive player here, because I have to use the offense this time to get the ball off and show you what I want to do. So for example here, okay, I know that I need to block two guys, because if I just block the running back, a lot of times if the defender hovers, the running back's he's going to get confused, he's not going to pick up the blitzer. So I have to block two guys. So I'll block tight end, I'll block the running back. I got extra protection. I'm max protecting now. Now let's say, I put Julio on a slant, and then I take Ridley and put him on a comeback. That slant's going to beat his man defender. The comeback's going to beat his man defender. They're going in opposite directions. A user cannot possibly guard both of these routes. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So, okay, boom, I got Julio. I had the time to pass. I had Julio. That's on Ramsey, too. One of the best corners in the game. I'm not sure if he's still the best rated corner in regs, but definitely one of the best corners in the game. Against, one of the best receivers in the game, gets toasted. So you see here, I got 7 people blocking. I don't have any immediate pressure. There's no immediate pressure. Now, a block shed is going to happen if I hold the ball, maybe a half second or a second longer than this. But I have enough time to drop back, see something develop, say, okay, boom, quick slant's wide open. Now, let's say that the user defender went to cover that, right? So we'll take this guy here. I'm just going to man him up on Julio, even though he's probably still going to get beat by him. I'm just going to do that just to simulate if the user defender was running over there with him, right? So, okay, I see the users there. Cool. Let me hit the comeback. Boom. Opposite sides of the field. They can't defend them both. So that's one example. Let's show another example. So we'll set the same defense up again. Bring this guy over here. You know, just assume that he's hovering. So, okay, we have our guys blocking again. So here we'll go ahead, we're going to kind of streak Ridley, just get him out the way. We'll put Sanu on a slant, and then we'll motion over Julio Jones, turn his corner into a post route. The post is going to go to the left, the slant's going to go to the right. Again, two guys going in opposite directions. Going to be very hard for the defense to defend both. So here, I kind of threw the ball a little bit earlier than I wanted to there. This isn't actually like a very good post route or a good corner route. There's better ones in the game than this. This one doesn't really cut it at the good angle, but I'm trying to just give you an example here. So again, go ahead, put the streak there, block our guys here, motion him over. So again, we got two things going in the opposite direction here. So, okay, we got him beat. Like I said, that's not the best post route in the game. If there's better ones in the game that get way more separation than that. Just giving you an example. So, okay, if the user went and guarded that, we'll just go to the replay here and show you. If the user were to go guard that, right? Like, obviously, the heat's still coming. Now, you see, this guy's rushing in here because we blocked the tight end, but in game, one of these guys would be in the field usering, so this pressure wouldn't be on us as quick. We wouldn't feel the need to throw it as quick. But okay, so let's say the user went to run with the post. Well, then we just go over here and we hit the slant. Now there's still even better examples of this, so let's back out, go into a different play, and then we're going to get out of here, show better examples of this. So something like this, the P8 post shot, deep crossing routes. Just, I mean, you know how good deep crossing routes are this year, and they develop quickly. So again, same thing, you know, they're going to hover with this guy and then bail out in the coverage once they see that we have extra guys blocked. So you have Julio there running on that again. So you have a deep cross. Maybe you put Ridley on the outside on a comeback. So the same thing as before. Instead of a slant in a comeback, you got a deep cross in a comeback. Or you can go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to put, you know, Ridley on a slant or even a drag, whatever you want to do, motion him over. And now you have a drag and a deep cross going in opposite directions, or a slant and a deep cross going in opposite directions. Up to you. So I was like, okay, boom. It's quick developing. Even though the pressure's still going to get on you because there are so many people blitzing, a block shit'll happen. Yeah, so you're still going to be under pressure, you know, a good bit of the time, but you have quick developing routes that you can get off of. So, okay. Same thing again. We'll have the deep cross. This time we'll put him on a slant. And let's say, okay, they decide this time that they're going to use a Ridley. They're going to use the guy we're motioning because they see that we have, you know, motioned him over. Well, okay, and then we got Julio just toasting again. Ramsey on his deep cross. They can't use her both because they're going in completely opposite directions. Another thing you could do, let's say we keep that deep cross out there. We put the outside guy Ridley on a comeback route, right? Comeback route is going to toast man coverage if you have good route running there. Now, of course, Bouye is a lot better than Ridley is. So, in that situation, you do want a better route runner there. But even still, we still completed the pass there. Just trying to give you more examples. If you have a deep out route over here and a crossing route going to the right, there's no way a user can cover both of those. That's impossible. He has to pick one or the other. And then it's really up to you to just... Only hard part of this is making the quick read. Okay, the user's going this way, well, I'm going to the other guy, and that's it. So, zero blitzing, this is a 2-for-1 video. Zero blitzing is effective this year, more so if you mix it in my opinion, but if you're playing people that don't know how to pick these apart, you can put quick pressure on them and get them in trouble, but also you can see it's not too hard to beat. You just have to kind of be aware of what your opponent's doing and set your defense up, or set your offense up for success against those type of defenses. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.